When I was 6, I went to a private school and we learned French, but I only learned French for 1 year because I only attended that school for 1 year. And the next time I learned a foreign language was in middle school, and I had the choice of learning Spanish, French, or Latin, and I chose Latin because English speakers and French speakers have a rivalry, so I didn't want to learn French. And America has a lot of illegal immigrants who don't know English and they speak Spanish, and I didn't want to learn Spanish because that would be making their lives easier. So I decided to learn Latin. And I learned Latin for 2 years in middle school and I think 4 years in high school. And then in college, I learned ancient Greek for 2 years. I did a little bit of research on these questions before coming here, and according to what I found on the internet, only about 20% of American students learn a foreign language from kindergarten to the 12th grade, and only about 8% of college students learn a foreign language. And in American public schools, 10% of the students are learning English as their second language. So a lot of the people in American schools don't speak English, so they're learning English in school. And just learning foreign languages isn't that popular in America because to the north is Canada, and America has about 300 million people, and almost all of them speak English. And Mexico and South America is to the south, and they speak Spanish, but those places are pretty dangerous, and a lot of people don't travel there. It's not like Europe where you could just take a train and just be in any other country in a few hours. So in America, people really don't feel like learning foreign languages. Also, there's so much immigration, and those people want to learn English. So there's a lot of demand to learn English in America and not as much demand to learn other languages. But Spanish is the most popular foreign language that people learn, just because South America and Mexico is close by and they all speak Spanish. And French is the second most popular language that people learn. Private schools that specialize in language exist, and it's possible there's a few public schools that do that, maybe in the big cities, because New York City has some specialized public schools, like they have one for drama and music. They have some for airplane mechanics, car mechanics. So it's possible that a specialized public language school exists somewhere in America, but I've never heard of one. But I do know that private schools, there's lots of private schools that specialize in foreign languages in America. I didn't really learn any languages. I studied Latin, which is a dead language, and then I studied ancient Greek, which is also a dead language. So I never learned a living language in America. And in class, we would do vocabulary drills, like memorize vocabulary, take tests, memorize noun and verb charts, translate stuff from Latin into English and English into Latin. Same with Greek. But I never really learned those languages very well. I wasn't that good of a student. And you can't practice with any native speakers. Nobody really knows how to pronounce those languages.